Some of you know my past history, some of you don't, so I'd like to share some with y'all. And I grew up without a father in a home where they nothing but always partying, drinking, drugs. So what do you expect for your kid to grow up, And by the age of 10, I started smoking. Never had a dad, never had that male role model. I had my uncles, but they were always drinking, smoking around me, doing stuff like that. So picked up on it, and when I was 10, we were in Clovis, New Mexico. I had nowhere to turn. I had my friends and this and that, so I joined a gang. In that gang, started smoking weed when I was 10. Got in the gang, I was always fighting, running the streets, drinking, partying out. My mom didn't know I stayed out late. From that, I went on to stealing small things from the store. From stealing from the store, went into breaking into houses. Just doing whatever. I used to, it was just bad growing up. And when they say that marijuana is a gateway drug, it literally is. Because I said that I would never do coke, I would never do meth. I got offered meth to me when I was just smoking weed. Slapped it out of my hand. And later on down the road, I started doing coke, and I would do an 8-ball in one night. Messed up, it got to where I wasn't even doing nothing for me no more, so I tried meth. Smoking meth from there, it just tore my life apart, man. I was bad on it. I was losing weight like crazy. I wasn't eating, staying up for a week straight, just tripping on meth, seeing stuff. Eventually came to where I lost my wife. But we were in a bad relationship. I didn't actually lose it. We just separated at the time. Lost my kids. I wasn't paying attention to my kids. I wasn't doing nothing. The only thing on my mind was how am I going to get my next high? Or I can't get out of work to get my next high. And eventually I went MIA for 2 days. Got out of work one night and I just went straight to my friend, one of my buddies' house. And for 2 days straight stayed there smoking, man. It's bad. It's bad. And make it short, I prayed. My wife came up to me, she had already stopped, and she was like, if you don't quit doing what you're doing, you're never going to see your kids again. Like, yeah, whatever, man, you can't take my kids away, I'll fight for them. And I went to work that night thinking about it. I got home from work, sat down, I drank a beer, and I was like, God, I need your help. If you're really there, help me. I'm about to lose my wife. I'm about to lose my family.
Come on, Mike. Hallelujah.
So I just stopped. I was like, you know what? This ain't worth it. I ain't better than that. You said you were never going to be like your dad. You were never going to be like your family. End up in prison doing stupid stuff like this. So I prayed. And when we started doing that, that was the first step. He helped me to build my relationship back with my wife. We did it. Then my mother-in-law invited us out to church. I was like, you know what? I ain't ready for that. You know what I mean? It's whatever. I guess he helped me with one problem, so I was like, I'm good, I'm all right. But she was like, we're going to get baptized. I want you to come over here. Well, that night we came over here. I ended up getting touched by God, helped me out, sent me a message. Got baptized. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it for my wife and my kids. That's the whole reason I got baptized. Got saved for them. I wasn't thinking about doing it for me. But later on in the church, I was getting more into it. And now I'm on fire for God. God has done so much in my life. He took me away from the drugs, from the bad life. And recently, I just lost a buddy of mine to methamphetamine. And I was thinking, I'm glad I hope he made it to heaven. But I'm glad that I got away from it while I could. But no telling, I could have been with him that day and we could have probably done something together and overdosed. No, I got a cousin in the hospital from that. And it's just bad, man. So I'm glad that Jesus Christ saved my life by coming to church. And so now my fire for God is on. And I'm going to be trying to fight the streets with this methamphetamine thing because it's one of the worst drugs out there right now. It's anywhere, everywhere. And that's what I'm going to do. So Sunday I'm getting re-baptized to commit love. This fire that I got going is not going to die.
Hallelujah.
I see a lot of buddies of mine stuck on it. I see a lot of them like, when I was out there doing it, they're like, you're crazy, man. You're crazy for doing that stuff. And now I see them, they're bad on it. They're like, oh, we got this stuff, it's good. And I'm like, whatever, man, that's old stuff. I go to church, bro, I got saved. I'm good, man. But that's a short story of my life.
You go, bro. Woo!
I hope it helps some of y'all out there if you're new converts. God bless you.